Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Listening Moment. I'm Emma.
And I'm George. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Today, we're going to talk about a very common and useful topic, eating at a restaurant.
That's right. Whether you're traveling, meeting friends, or just enjoying a meal out, knowing how to communicate in English at a restaurant is really important.
We'll teach you common phrases, vocabulary, and expressions you'll hear and use when dining out.
And if you find this episode helpful, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, English Listening Moment, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new lesson.
Okay, let's start with some basic restaurant vocabulary. When you first arrive at a restaurant, you might be greeted by a host or hostess.
The host is the person who welcomes you and shows you to your table.
The host is the person who welcomes you and shows you to your table.
You might hear them say, "Good evening, welcome to our restaurant. How many people are in your party?"
A party in this context means your group, so if there are 3 people, you would say, "A party of 3, please."
After that, the host might ask, "Do you have a reservation?"
A reservation is when you call ahead and book a table for a specific time.
If you made a reservation, you can say, "Yes, I have a reservation under the name Smith for 7 o'clock."
If you don't have a reservation, you can simply say, "No, we don't have a reservation. Do you have any tables available?"
The host will then say something like, "Right this way, please," and take you to your table.
Once you're seated, your server or waiter will come to your table.
The server is the person who takes your order and brings your food.
They usually introduce themselves. For example, "Hi, my name is Sarah, and I'll be your server this evening."
Then they might ask, "Can I start you off with something to drink?"
This is when you order beverages like water, soda, juice, or wine.
You could say, "I'll have a glass of water, please," or "Can I get an iced tea?"
The server will also give you a menu. The menu is the list of all the food and drinks available.
Take your time looking at the menu. You don't have to rush.
If you have questions about the menu, don't be afraid to ask your server. You can say, "What do you recommend?" This means you want the server's suggestion.
Or you can ask, "What's the special today?" The special is usually a dish the restaurant is featuring that day.
You can also ask about ingredients. For example, "Does this dish contain nuts?" Or "Is this vegetarian?"
If you have allergies, it's very important to tell your server. You can say, "I'm allergic to shellfish. Which dishes would be safe for me?"
Now, let's talk about ordering your food.
When you're ready to order, the server will come back and ask, "Are you ready to order?" Or "What can I get for you?"
A typical meal at a restaurant has different courses.
First, you might order an appetizer. This is a small dish you eat before the main course.
Common appetizers include soup, salad, or bread. You could say, "For my appetizer, I'll have this Caesar salad."
Then you order your main course or entree. This is the largest part of your meal.
You might say, "For my main course, I'd like the grilled salmon."
The server might ask, "How would you like that cooked?" if you're ordering meat.
For steak, you can choose rare, medium, medium well, or well done.
Rare means the meat is cooked very little and is quite red inside. Well done means it's cooked all the way through.
The server might also ask about side dishes. These are small portions of food that come with your main course.
Common sides include rice, vegetables, potatoes, or fries.
You can say, "I'll have the mashed potatoes as my side."
After you've finished your main course, the server will clear your plates.
Then they might ask, "Would you like to see the dessert menu?" Or, "Can I interest you in some dessert?"
Dessert is the sweet course at the end of the meal, like cake, ice cream, or pie.
If you're full, you can politely say, "No thank you, I'm quite full." Or, "Maybe just the check, please."
The check or bill is the paper that shows how much money you need to pay.
Now let's practice a complete restaurant conversation. I'll be the customer, and George will be the server.
Sounds good. Good evening. Welcome to the Garden Restaurant. How many in your party?
Just 2, please.
Wonderful. Do you have a reservation?
No, we don't. Do you have any tables available?
Yes, we do. Right this way, please. Here's your table. My name is George, and I'll be taking care of you tonight. Can I start you off with something to drink?
Yes, I'll have a glass of white wine, please.
Excellent choice. And here are your menus. I'll be back in a few minutes to take your order.
Thank you.
Okay, are you ready to order?
Yes, I am. I'll start with the tomato soup as an appetizer.
Great. And for your main course?
I'd like the grilled chicken breast, please.
Excellent. And what would you like as your side dish?
I'll have the steamed vegetables, please.
Perfect. I'll get that order in for you right away.
That was a good example. Now, let's talk about some important phrases you might need during your meal.
If you need something, you can politely get your server's attention by saying, "Excuse me."
Never snap your fingers or shout. That's considered rude.
If you need more water, you can say, "Could I have more water, please?"
If something is wrong with your food, speak up politely. You can say, "I'm sorry, but this isn't what I ordered."
Or if the food is too cold, you can say, "Excuse me, this dish is a bit cold. Could you warm it up, please?"
Good servers will be happy to fix any problems.
At the end of your meal, you'll need to pay the bill.
You can signal that you're ready by saying, "Could we have the check, please?" Or, "We're ready for the bill."
In the United States, it's customary to leave a tip for good service.
A tip is extra money you give to the server, usually 15 to 20% of the total bill.
If the service was excellent, you might tip 20% or more.
If you're paying with a credit card, there's usually a line on the receipt where you can write the tip amount.
Before we finish, let's review some key vocabulary from today's lesson.
Reservation, menu, server, appetizer, main course, side dish, dessert, check, and tip.
These are all essential words for dining out in English.
Remember, the more you practice these phrases, the more confident you'll become.
You can practice by role-playing with a friend or even by yourself.
Imagine you're at a restaurant and practice the whole conversation from greeting to paying.
And don't forget, if you enjoyed this lesson, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, English Listening Moment.
Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can learn English with us every week.
We have many more topics coming up that will help you improve your English speaking and listening skills.
Thank you so much for listening today.
We'll see you in the next episode. Happy learning!
And happy eating at restaurants. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone!